everybody, welcome to the Hacienda. Rivet here. Today we're going to make something delicious. We're making champagne beef. Yeah, well, we're not really using champagne. We're using Prosecco, which is an Italian sparkling wine. You don't need to drop 60 bucks for champagne for this recipe. That $11 bottle of Prosecco is perfect. We are going to need sirloin tips, but I couldn't find sirloin tips. Get out of here, Nat. What I got here is some New York strips, which we're going to cut up, sweet onion, chicken bouillon powder. We got some French cultured cream, some good balsamic vinegar. So let's get going. Alright, so the beautiful and talented Mrs. Rivet called me out for using chicken bouillon powder, so we're now using Better Than Bullion beef base. So here we have the 4 beautiful New York strips. I think I mentioned I was originally looking for sirloin tips, but they didn't have any, so I went ahead with this over cutting up a tri-tip. These were on sale, so they look fine. Let's cut them up. And there you have it, delicious beef. In equal parts butter and olive oil, we're going to start to lightly brown the meat, and I sprinkled some sea salt over it, and then we're going to set it off to the side. We're doing this in 2 batches. Still over medium high, we're now going to use the half of Vidalia sweet onion and the mushrooms to deglaze the pan. And we want to get a lot of the moisture out of these mushrooms, so we're going to cook this down for several minutes. Join me then. You can see now how much the mushrooms have reduced, and they're giving off a lot of their liquid, so that's exactly what we want. So now we are going to add a 1/4 cup of flour. To that, the beef bouillon. We'll get that in there nicely. And a good glug of this delightful balsamic vinegar. This is the best one I have ever tasted. It's so thick and authentic, and it's out of an outfit in Pennsylvania. It's almost syrupy. Alright, so, and it's good. Let's get that stirred in and join me in a bit. Okay, so we got all that stirred in. Now we're going to start adding the Prosecco and help deglaze this pan and get a nice mixture. And you're going to be generous. I believe we're going to utilize the entire bottle, which is fine, and we're going to reduce it. So let me go ahead and add that while we're on camera so you can see how it all fits. And this is really good stuff. We got everything mixed in smoothly. I can feel the bottom is smooth, it's deglazed. Now we're going to add the heavy French cream, and that emulsifies in there very nicely. So join me in a bit when we get that done. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, while we're stirring that in, we're going to add the bouquet garni of just thyme, okay? And we're going to put that in there as we continue to stir. Now that that's all creamed in nicely, I've turned down the heat to medium-low. We're going to cover it and let it cook for about 15 minutes. Alright, after 15 minutes, we're going to take the lid off, and that is smelling amazing. So let's stir it around, and oh yeah, perfect thickness. Now I'm going to fish out that bouquet of thyme, and then we're going to add the meat. Okay, the thyme is out. Now we are going to add all the meat and its juices. If they don't splash, that would be great. Okay, now we're going to nestle that in and continue to simmer for half an hour while the rice cooks. Oh, with the lid on. And here we have a plate of steaming goodness. champagne beef with saffron rice. Oh man, does this smell good. Let's go ahead and try it. First off, that gravy, we got a comment on it. I have tried it. It is amazing. Let's get my hand under there. That has a lightness, beefiness, due to the Prosecco, rather than if you made a gravy with red wine or just beef drippings. This has such a unique and delicious flavor. Very, very good. Man, that gravy would go with anything, actually. Let's try a mushroom. Gotta have a mushroom. You noticed I used white mushrooms, but you could use portobellos if you want. I think portobellos probably would go even better. But okay, we'll stick with the spoon. I got a fork here, but we're gonna try the New York strip. So tender, and that long simmering, well, not long, 30 minutes. That flavor of the gravy went into the meat. Now, just as a heads up, on that last 30-minute simmering, I took the lid off for the last 10 minutes. Stirred it up well, let the gravy thicken up a little bit. Wow. Again, why I went with the New York strip? You want to start out with a tender cut of meat. If you go with the chuck or tri-tip, it's going to be very chewy because it doesn't have a long braising simmering period. I know some people y'all are going to be thinking, why are you wasting good steaks chopping them up? Well, because they're tender and they're delicious. This is definitely a make again recipe, and we got thunderstorms and rain and black clouds going on and a cold front coming through. Perfect meal. Thanks for watching, people. Y'all take care.